I think it's appropriate at this point to say that the moneyed interests in the Democratic Party starting to kind of freak out a little bit because their guy, Joe Biden, just isn't doing too well. In addition to the fact that his momentum has been going backwards ever since the very first Democratic debate, we now have him being attacked by the president and the right wing relentlessly over his son's business in Ukraine. And even though Biden and Hunter Biden have not been accused of anything illegal, it's still suspect, it's still shady, and it's still hurting him. And that is why in the last couple weeks we have seen Elizabeth Warren now emerge as the front runner in the Democratic race. For the first time since he announced he was running, Joe Biden is not the front runner. And that scares the moneyed interests, the corporate elite, the centrists who are running the Democratic Party. Because if they don't have Biden, they got nothing left. And that's what's freaking them out. We have seen reports recently, Wall Street insiders, tech insiders, big business owners openly fretting and attacking both Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Because now those two are looking more and more likely that they're going to emerge as the last two standing in the Democratic primary. And I can't think of a better two to have left. But what about all the centrists? What about all the corporatists? What about all that money they tried to pump into Joe Biden? Well, it turns out that's nothing compared to the grassroots small donor money that Bernie Sanders is raising. $25 million compared to Biden's big money, $15 million. He's tanking, folks, and he knows it. His campaign came out earlier this week and said, look, we're pretty much guaranteed we're going to lose the first three primaries and caucuses. Like they're actually planning on losing now. And that's why the moneyed interests are freaking out. Because if Biden goes down, they've got nobody left. Who are they going to put their money behind? Kamala Harris? She's back to polling in the single digits and falling. Cory Booker? He never broke 2%. Beto O'Rourke? He's kind of crazy. Pete Buttigieg? There's an idea. He has taken more money from billionaires than any other person running on the Democratic side. He is openly attacking the idea of small money donors. He's attacking Elizabeth Warren. He's attacking Beto. And he's kind of showing that he's pretty damn arrogant and ignorant about what the party needs. And that just is the perfect recipe for corporatist Democrats. So as Biden continues to fall, you can expect the corporate media, the corporate wing of the Democratic Party, they're going to start propping up Buttigieg. But it's not going to work. At this point, it might actually be too little too late, thank God, because we need real structural change and reform within the Democratic Party and within the government itself. You don't get that with Biden. You don't get it with Buttigieg or Harris or Booker or O'Rourke or Gillibrand or Klobuchar or any of the other ones. You get it with Bernie Sanders. You get it to a smaller degree with Elizabeth Warren, but you do get some of it with her. Everybody else, nope. And that's what scares the moneyed interests. Not just that things are going to change, but that things are going to change forever. It'll never go back to being the same. And that is another reason why this primary is so important. Because it's not just about just changing it right now. It's about changing it forever. And honestly, there is one candidate that wants to enact the biggest changes to the party and to the system itself. And that's the person who will be getting my vote in these primaries. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.